Good morning, everybody. This is my RP-1. Um, this wasn't the original one I bought. The original one I bought actually died from overuse, and my friend happened to find this one on eBay and purchased it for me, which was really cool. Except the asshole that sold it to us neglected to say that it was broken. So I had to spend some good dough getting it fixed, which was the actual power supply unit, which is right here, went bad. But that's okay. I love this fucking thing. This by far has to be the best that Digitech ever put out, in my opinion. Yeah, sure, I went out and I bought an RP-50. I got an RP-100. Hell, I even got an RP-300. And don't get me wrong, these are all nice units. The RP-1 just has so much cooler stuff on it that I thought it was worth mentioning. Even though this unit actually is like 20 years old, it still kicks so much ass. When it came out, it had to be about $500 or so, and that was a lot of money. And they couldn't put a switch on it, which doesn't make any sense at all. I personally got a new cord for it, and if you want to put a switch on something like that that just has a cord, and instead of plugging the fucking thing in and out all the time, just go out and make yourself a switch like this. It costs about, I don't know, $7 for the fancy toggle switch and about $2 for the project box. You can usually pick up project boxes at your hobby shop. You can make yourself a little switch. You don't have to plug the fucking thing in and out all the time. That's probably why the power supply went bad to begin with. Why a unit like this unit so much compared to the newer ones? First of all, it's heavy. It's real heavy. It's got to weigh at least 10 pounds, 10 or 15 pounds. Which is good because it's a floor foot pedal. And, that's why I don't really care for this. This probably weighs like, all of a pound. It's got plenty of input and output on it. It's got one input for guitar on the right hand side there. It's got two outputs. The next two will be effects, like if you want to loop effects processors. It's got the MIDI in case you want to hook it up to another musical instrument, and it works. The switch works. It's got about 100 preset effects, and you can change the parameters of any effect. You can add distortion, delay, digital reverb, compression. It's got modulation on it. You could program these 5 keys here, your favorite ones. You could also bypass the effects with that key. And input output level, to rename the effects that you programmed with this key. And it also has a utility key. Those musicians out there that have played with this definitely want one. And if they don't have one, they'll try to find one. And trust me, if for all the The younger guitarists and stuff out there that are just starting out to play guitar. I mean, if you see one of these things at a garage sale and it works, or you see it at a flea market or something, grab it. I'm telling you, even if it's like 200 bucks, it'll be worth the money. Another thing I like about this unit as opposed to the newer RP units that Digitech has released is the effects parameters aren't so limited. I feel that the distortions that they provide on this unit are far better. I mean, they got so much crunch to them. You know, they're so much heavier and harder than the newer units. Well, if you've taken the time to watch this video, I'd like to thank you. And like I said before, for those that have never played with one or even seen one for that matter, if you happen to come across one that somebody's getting rid of, by all means buy it. Even 20 years later, it's worth the money. You'll be amazed at what you can do as far as programming the effects. It's extremely user friendly. So for those of you that watch this video, I appreciate it. I hope that you appreciate seeing some, well, I consider this classic digital equipment. We'll leave you with a little sample of the stuff that I created with this. And we'll see you next time.